I was looking for inspiration, and a lot of times I just look around my art studio and I try to think of what haven't I done before. And I was looking at one of my palettes and I noticed that there was an incredible amount of texture from my paper towel that I left sitting on my palette. And I just love the texture. I loved how the gold kind of, just looked on top of the different colors. And over here are some more spots where it's just a piled up of the paper towel that I left and they dried and paint got over top. So I wanted to share with you the process of what I did once I realized I'm going to use some paper towel. And I grabbed a canvas and started it, and then I thought I wanted to record it for you. And that's just some colors that I plopped on the canvas. So what I used was this golden soft gel gloss. And I used it and put the paper towel down on top of it, and then I put the gloss on top of it, and I just layered a couple more pieces. But the background is just black, white, and Indian yellow rubbed into the canvas. And of course, as I paint over it, you'll see that a lot of it gets covered. But what I do is I just put down the gel, and then I layer the paper towel on top. And you can layer as much as you want on top. I probably put maybe 3 layers, and that's about it, but you can add, 5, 6 layers. I would let them dry in between. I think that it would overall be a quicker drying process. Since I didn't put that many, it did dry a little bit quicker. But I let this set overnight after I put all the gel down, because I did not want to paint over the gel. I wanted that to be totally dry before I went on to the next step. So it's the next day and everything is dry, and so I've decided to look at it and start on adding paint. I started with the acrylic, or the golden high flow. That is the carbon black. It's very easy to spread. And a lot of times I'll use either a baby wipe or a paper towel. That's a soft paper towel where I put now the white, and I just go back and forth, blend it in. The white and the black makes a gray, and that's kind of what my background there was. The big white circle there is a titanium white just sprayed on there. I mean, just put on there. So it's nothing fancy. But back and forth with more paper towel, I blot, so I put on and take off. That is the Chroma Molten Copper Metallic. Beautiful colors there. And I thought that would be a pop color in this particular painting. And I have the description and links to my Amazon store where you can find that. Of course, you can get it anywhere, but my link makes it a little bit easier for you to find it. You can at least see what it looks like. But I'm just rubbing it in with my fingers. And again, the back and forth of putting it on, taking it off. There I'm squirting in some of the high flow iridescent gold. It's very fluid because it's the high flow. And that molten copper was a little thicker, so it's not as fluid as the others. So you see me again. Now I'm just rubbing some areas, just looking around to see the composition, what I might want to add, what color I might want to add at this point. So I've grabbed some cerulean blue, and that's some golden, and I'm just drawing. That really adds a pop. That copper and the cerulean blue look so beautiful together. Of course, golds and silvers. You'll see me add silver a little bit later. But I'm using my fingers, just rubbing it in. Now I'm kind of doing, if you see me with the paintbrush, I'm just swirling it around. I'm using my wrist, kind of just twisting it around. It wouldn't hurt if you don't feel like you're painting freely to use your opposite hand of what you're used to using to write with to be loose. But I'm being very, very loose. Now just adding some of that blue at the top. It's beautiful. And I'm toning it down a little bit, rubbing it in. Again, it's a back and forth, adding, taking away, adding and taking away. Adding some more of the gold. Just looking to see, where am I going to put some more color? What do I want to add? Now there's some of the iridescent silver fine. That's not the high flow, that's just a fluid. And that kind of just gives the gold. I really like the metal look together of the so now you have the three, you have the gold, the silver, and the copper in this painting. That is a graphite. You can have any size. It doesn't even have to be a graphite, any tool. And what I did is I'm just scribbling in, we call it sgraffito, scribbling in some scratches in the painting just to give it more texture. I do that in just about every one of my abstracts because I just love the look. So now I'm dribbling in again some more of the titanium white high flow. At any point now, I could have stopped the painting. I chose to keep going, but at any point, if you say, wow, I like this, stop. Don't keep going. If you want to just keep playing, it's just paint. You can add more. I love layers. There I go with some more of this graffito. Some areas where it was dry, where I had not put any fresh wet paint, it actually made a black mark on it. Other places where the paint was wet, it just made scratches in the paint, which I love. So I'm looking at it, trying to decide, do I want any more colors? And so at this point, I'm thinking I want some more of the circles. I love circles in my paintings. I love the meaning of circles. I just love the look. So then I grab another one. I want another one down in that corner down there. So I'm just using the high flow because it's very fluid. So I'm dipping my brush in there and just very loosely adding another circle, letting it go off the edge, not caring if they're truly circles or not. But play with your painting, enjoy it, enjoy the texture that you make. So I hope you get out some of your tools and give this a try.